What's up guys, today we're diving deep into Monster Hunter Wilds and breaking down every weapon's block, counter and offset attack. This game combats its next level with a new mechanics like offset attack and power clashes, and trust me, you're gonna want to know how to use these to take down those massive monsters. Whether you're swinging Greatsword or rocking a bow, I've got it covered for you with all 14 weapons. So let's go. First up, we have Greatsword. This bad boy is all about big, heavy hits, and it's got some awesome defensive trick in Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's talk about blocking first. You can guard with the Greatsword by pressing R2. It's not a shield, but it's a block for this weapon, and it lets you block the attacks. You take some chip damage and lose sharpness, but it's better than eating monster claws to the face. Time it just right though, you'll pull off a perfect guard. You see white flash and hear some cool sound. You'll take 0 damage, no sharpness loose, and you're ready to strike back. After a perfect guard, you might even trigger a power clash. This is a cinematic face-off where you mash the attack button to push the monsters back, staggering it for a big opening. It's super satisfying and it's good to know. Note that not all attacks are blockable. You will still get damage even though you block a super heavy attack, so be sure to not tank that one. Now, let's go for the offset attack. The offset rising slash. You can do offset attack by hold triangle plus circle and then shot it up. Release it right as the monster swings at you and bam, you'll parry their attack, knocking them off balance and get chance to follow up by hitting any attack button. The timing is tricky here because you got to commit to that slow animation, but you can hold the charge for a bit to line it up. If the charge is too long, it auto releases, so watch out. This move is perfect when your time is right, and it is pretty easy once you master the timing. Downside is that offset attack doesn't parry projectile or crazy heavy attack. It is not iframe attack. You will still get hit from monster if you do it wrong in front of the wrong attack. Practice this in training area with the dummies set to smash mode to nail that timing. Next we have Longsword, a fan favorite for its flashy combos and speedy strikes. Here's the thing, this weapon can't block. No shield, no guard. You're all about dodging and countering with the style instead. The Longsword leans hard into its counter game with moves tied to Spirit Gauge. You got that classic late Spirit Slash, press R2 plus X after normal attack or combos to enter that cool stance called Special Sheath. If the monster hits slightly after you press R2, you will counter with a big slash, boosting your spirit gauge level. Get that gauge to red and your attack hits harder. Timing is very precise. It is a couple frames before you take out the sword and do the counter. You need to time it right since the special sheath is very slow, but you can boost this by a charm, special sheath charm. This one lets you do the special sheath animation faster. Very handy. The second one we've got foresight slash. Hit R2 plus circle or RT plus B when you have done normal hit or combo, and you will do a quick slash backstep. If you dodge an attack with that step, you will nullify the damage you take, so basically counter. And after that, press R2 for follow up with a spirit round slash to gain the gauge. This way you can easily gain your gauge back and then level up your gauge to a next level until you get to red one. It is really handy and more easier to do counter with this one. This one is more like an emergency counter since you will use up all your gauge, so be careful with that. I would suggest you to learn late spirit slash animation and master it since this one is really useful. Overall, these two are great options for Longsword. Longsword has no offset attack though. Instead, Longsword has combo system with spirit slashes that flows like a water. It's less about parrying and more about chaining aggressive counters into your attacks. Think of it like dancing around the monster. Dodge, do special stance, and wait for the monster to hit you, and then you counter that, and then slash again, and then repeat. It's super rewarding once you've got the rhythm down. You will feel like a god when you've done that. Dual blades are all about speed and aggression, and guess what? No blocking here either. So dodging is your best friend. Activate your demon mode with your R2 and your attack get faster and stronger. There's no specific counter move, but there are perfect evade that gives you attacks with your crazy mobility and deal damage, punish them back. This can be triggered by doing a perfect dodge while being on the normal and demon mode. You will see the white spark on your character and you have done the perfect dodge. Once you've triggered the perfect dodge, you can use it for advantage to deal damage. The timing of this must be precise. You will learn the more you play, so go out there and play a lot. No offset attacks or power clashes for dual blades here, but they don't need them. Timing your dodges to avoid hits and keep the combo going is your counter strategy here. And now for Sword and Shield, small but mighty. This weapon got a shield so you can block by holding R2. It's one of the best guard you can get, but if you hold the guard up, you will still get damage through. Just like Greatsword, you can do the perfect block. Time your block just as the monster attacks and you'll land a perfect guard. And sometimes you do the power clash. The white flash means no damage, no stagger, and you're set for a counter. After a perfect guard, follow up with a counter attack that you deal pretty high damage back. There's no offset attack here, but you can combo your attack with triangle after you've done a perfect guard to pressure on. You are quick and can move around really fast, plus you can use item without putting your weapon away. It's a beginner friendly weapon with some slick defensive moves. Next one we have Hammer. It's hammer time. Can't block, no shield, no guard, but it got an offset attack that will make monsters regretting charging at you. It's called Offset Golf Swing. You're goddamn right, that's the name I come up with. And it happens on the third of your heavy combo. To do this, starting up with overhead smash 1 and 2, and then number 3 you will do the upswing. Time it so it connects with the monster's attack and you will stagger them big time. You can move a little bit before you swing. You can also do this while you do a swing attack after a spin attack. To do this, press triangle and then triangle plus circle and circle until you see the enemy is about to hit you, and then press triangle and you will go into the upswing animation and boom, the rest is history. But after a golf swing knocks the monster down, this is your punish move. You already go full Bowgun mode, so what more do you need? Next we have Hunter Horn. Hunter Horn is part weapon and part musical. It's got an offset attack called Offset Melody, but keep in mind that not all Hunter Horn can do this. The one with health regeneration buff does not have offset attack. So be sure to check that out before you go out and try to do the offset attack on enemies. All the node combo pattern are not the same, so keep it in mind. Like this one has triangle and then circle, and then triangle plus circle, and then triangle plus circle again, and then you have offset attack. And that was a Jara Horn. But Hove Horn 2 has another pattern. Triangle plus circle, circle, triangle plus circle again, and then triangle. And then you have the offset melody. Now, this time, press triangle, circle and R2 at the same time. Time it right as the monster attacks and you will unleash the offset attack and buffing your team too. You can also hold the button R2 after you've done a swing to time it right with the monster's attack to do offset. Cool, right? It's tricky to set up because you need those nodes ready, but once you've got it, you're a monster countering bard. The next one we have Lance, the ultimate tank. Just hold R2 to guard with a big shield. You will soak up most of the attack if you're just holding the guard. But if you time it perfectly, you'll hit a perfect guard. No offsets attack here, but the Lance doesn't need them. And also Lance can counter and nullify all the damage. If you time it right, just hold down circle and R2 and then release it when you see the enemy is about to hit you. And boom, you will counter. The more you charge, the more damage you will do. Perfect for staying in the fight. And now for the Gunlance. Block and boom. Like a lance, you can guard with R2, using a shield to tank hits. Time it for the perfect guard and you negate all damage and maybe trigger power clash. The Gunlance guard is almost strong as lance, so you basically are a wall for a monster's attack. No offsets attack. And now for the Switch Axe. Switch Axe can't block in either mode, but it got 2 killer offsets attack. In X mode, you got an offset rising slash. Just press triangle and circle at the same time, and you will swing upward. Time it with the monster's attack and you will parry it, knocking them back. Follow up with the enhanced slam, or morph into sword mode with the morph slash. It's a high risk, high reward move since you're wide open if you miss. In sword mode, there's a counter stance. Press R2 plus triangle. If the monster hits you, you deflect and combo back. No power clashes, but these counters make the Switch Axe a beast in wilds. Practice this timing on a training dummy or just play the game a lot. And now for Charge Blade. Charge Blade doesn't have offset or counter. Charge Blade has a perfect guard. If you're doing a perfect guard while your shield is charged, the Charge Blade has block that deal damage back to monster if you're doing a perfect guard while your shield is charged. And you will get a better block too. To do this, you have to charge up your file until it's red and then store them into your shield and you will get the guard point. You will see the shield icon here light up and that's how you know if the shield is charged. And now for the insect Glaive. Acrobatic and awesome, no blocking here, because you are too busy flipping around with that insect. There are two ways to do offset attack with Glaive. To do offset attack, you need a red extract ready. Hold circle or B and then unleash when you see the enemy is about to hit you. You can also do this while you are in the air, but it is a bit harder. You can actually start to charge your descending slash once you start to vault around. Like look at this. Once I start to jump around, I immediately hold circle and then release when I see the enemies is about to attack me. The timing here is very precise, so be sure to train a lot. There's no blocking or power clash here. The focus is on mobility over counters, so it's about outmaneuvering the monster. And now for the bow weapons, let's go for light bow gun. Light bow gun, pew pew from afar. No blocking, no shield, no offsets attack. This weapon is all about staying out of trouble and just shoot from afar. Your counter game is dodging with quick steps and repositioning. Use focus mode to aim at weak spots and punish monsters from safe distance. That's all you have and that's all you need. Seriously, this class is a lot of fun. It's a beginner friendly and also can be really fun for a veteran that love to stay far away from monsters. And heavy bowgun, big fun. You can actually block damage with heavy bowgun, but it's really short duration of blocking animation, so be sure to time that right so you don't get hit by enemies. To do this, just press triangle and circle at the same time, and you will block most damage that are blockable, and maybe trigger some power clash. To do offset attack is Viper counter ignition. Switch to ignition mode, then hold triangle in focus mode to charge it. Release it when monster attack and you are parry with a massive blast, knocking them down. It uses ignition gauge and that's for heavy bowgun. And finally, the bow. No blocking, offset attack, no power clash. All about mobility and precision. Your counter game is a perfect dodge. If you dodge and time it precise when the enemy attack you, you will do the perfect dodge. You will see the white spark on your character and you have done the perfect dodge. You can only do perfect dodge while you are aiming. But if you do it without aiming, you will just take damage. Once you've done the perfect dodge, you can follow up with the attack Flying Swallow Shot to do some quick damage on the enemy. There you have it, every block, counter and offset attack for all 14 weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds. Whether you're tanking hits with the lance or parrying with the switch axe, they are styled for everyone. Let me know in the comments which weapon is your favorite, or maybe I've missed something. And if you want more tips like these, hit the like and subscribe button. This will help my channel a lot and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!